This is Neural Newscast.
Here is the news that matters for Friday, April 24th.
From Neural Newscast, I am Thomas Keene.
And I am Evelyn Hartwell.
The European Union and a North African consortium have signed a $40 billion agreement to construct the Trans-Mediterranean hydrogen pipeline. The project will connect solar-intensive regions in Morocco and Algeria directly to industrial hubs in Germany and northern Italy.
The infrastructure is expected to deliver 2 million tons of green hydrogen annually to Europe by 2030. It represents a strategic shift as the continent diversifies its energy sources away from traditional fossil fuel imports.
Construction is scheduled to begin in early 2027, following a 2-year period of environmental assessments and site preparation. Engineers expect the pipeline to create over 15,000 jobs across both continents during its primary development phase.
While the project secures energy supplies, industry analysts note that regional governments must still address the high water requirements for hydrogen electrolysis. This suggests that desalination infrastructure will be the next major investment focus in the Mediterranean basin.
In other news, Singapore officials have announced the completion of the city-state's integrated coastal defense system. The $12 billion network of seawalls and polders is engineered to protect the low-lying island from sea level rises of up to 5 meters.
The project serves as a model for other coastal financial hubs facing rising tides. Urban planners from several Pacific nations are scheduled to visit the facility next month to study Singapore's land reclamation and adaptive drainage techniques.
In global commerce, the World Trade Organization has finalized a new framework for digital trade, valued at $2.4 trillion annually. The agreement standardizes cross-border data flows and eliminates several long-standing tariffs on electronic transmissions.
The new rules are expected to provide clarity for the global technology sector and small-scale digital exporters. This framework is the first major update to international trade protocols since the digital economy began its rapid expansion a decade ago.
Meanwhile, the first high-speed rail freight service between London and Paris launched this morning. Trains are reaching speeds of 320 kilometers per hour to shift time-sensitive logistics from short-haul flights to the existing rail network.
By moving high-value goods via rail, operators expect to reduce carbon emissions by 80% compared to traditional air freight. This marks a major milestone for European logistics companies seeking to meet strict sustainability targets by 2030.
Significant progress is also being made in environmental science. Marine biologists have discovered a pristine deep-sea coral reef in the Southern Ocean at a depth of 1,500 meters during a mapping expedition led by the University of Tasmania.
This discovery provides critical data on how cold water ecosystems respond to changing ocean temperatures. Researchers have documented several previously unknown species within the reef, highlighting the importance of deep-sea conservation in protected maritime zones.
In Asia, India has allocated $18 billion for Phase 4 of its National Railway Modernization Program. The funding will be used to automate signaling systems and upgrade existing tracks to handle heavier freight loads across the northern corridor.
Government officials state these upgrades will reduce transit times between major industrial cities by nearly 40%. The investment is part of a broader strategy to lower domestic logistics costs and improve the competitiveness of Indian manufacturing.
Finally, the United States and China have reached a preliminary accord on the processing of critical battery minerals. The agreement establishes shared environmental standards for lithium and cobalt refining to ensure more stable global supply chains.
The accord is seen as a rare diplomatic breakthrough that could stabilize prices for electric vehicle manufacturers worldwide. Industry analysts expect the formal signing of the treaty to occur during the upcoming economic summit in June.
Here is what else we are watching today. The United Nations Security Council is scheduled to vote this afternoon on Resolution 442, which seeks to establish the first international guidelines for AI-governed autonomous weapons.
Viridia Power will release its first quarter earnings at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Investors are looking for updates on the company's modular nuclear reactor rollout in the Pacific Northwest.
And today marks the Stage 2 deadline for the Tokyo Urban Heat Mitigation Plan. Local authorities must now verify that all commercial buildings over 10 stories have installed reflective roofing or integrated green walls.
That is the briefing for this morning.
Tomorrow, we will examine the outcome of the European Central Bank's latest policy meeting and its impact on infrastructure lending.
I'm Evelyn Hartwell. Thanks for listening.
I'm Thomas Keene. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.